You see those birds over there? I'm not sure how to say this, but they are just like us.
Males and females each have one wing, so they must fly together. The legend goes something like that, right?
We have to fly together. We must fly together.
Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the series where we're counting down the top Dynasty Warriors characters as the latest game. Coming in at number 30, we're closing off the 30s with the mature and sensible elder sister of the two Qiaos, Daqiao. Daqiao is Xiao Qiao's elder sister and the wife of Sun Ce. Her and her sister are known throughout the land as the two Qiaos. Not much is known historically about Daqiao or the Qiao Sisters in general, but before we jump into how the character has changed within the series, let's take a look at the polls to see why Daqiao is closing out the 30s. In the first popularity poll, which consisted of about 75,000 votes in total, Daqiao received about 830 of those votes, putting her at the 36th position. In the second popularity poll, she's going to jump all the way up to the 14th spot, which is very impressive to see her all the way up there. And then in my personal rankings, Daqiao is going to drop down to the 48th position. So for me personally, Daqiao is the lowest among the three lists, and it's nothing personal against the character. I don't have anything really negative about the character at all. She wasn't a character that I jumped to play as back in the day, but there was nothing about the character that made me want to avoid playing her. Between the two sisters, I definitely like Daqiao a lot more, and according to the polls, every single poll actually, Daqiao ranks higher than her sister, Xiao Qiao. After playing through her story within the Dynasty Warriors series, I would say her positioning for me would move a little bit higher just because of her weapon style in Dynasty Warriors 8, and I do like her voice acting and a little bit of her personality in some of the games, which we'll talk about once we get to those parts of the videos. So like I said, Daqiao is a mature and sensible young teenage girl who desires to become stronger. She's generally shy and timid, and she doesn't like conflict and would usually not want to perpetuate it. However, since she wants to protect her husband and loved ones from harm, Daqiao braves the trials of battle to the best of her ability. But like I said, there's not much historical information about Daqiao or the Qiao Sisters in general. I mean, the Qiao Sisters' names weren't even recorded in history, so they are simply referred to as Daqiao and Xiao Qiao. Daqiao literally means older Qiao, the older sister, and Xiao Qiao means younger Qiao, so she's the younger sister. And the only thing that is really known about these two is that they both married Sun Ce and Zhou Yu respectively. And that's pretty much it. There's not much historical information around them, and they don't really seem to play that much of a role besides being the wives of those two people. So I guess with that being said, we're going to go ahead and jump into how Daqiao has changed within the series. So starting off with Daqiao's appearance, her appearance within all the games is fine. I don't have anything to complain about her appearance. I think she looks fine in pretty much all the games. I would say my favorites are probably Dynasty Warriors 8 and 9. I like the later games a little bit more than the earlier games. I think she still looks good in like Dynasty Warriors 4 and 5. I did not mind her appearance at all. However, we're just going to talk about this in tandem because I found it to be a little bit weird with the character. It wasn't anything like negative, but her voice acting in the earlier games and her appearance, it just didn't match well to me.
The stronger I am, the more we can be together.
So in the earlier games with her appearance, like I said, I don't have anything against it. I think she looks good. Like I actually like the way she looks in the earlier games. However, with the voice acting tied with the way she looks, it just didn't really fit. And what I mean by that, Daqiao has more of a mature, like sensible, like I've already mentioned, kind of voice. Like it carries within her voice acting. However, the way she looks and the way she's animated to look and the way she kind of, her behavior and everything, it's more of almost childish and reserved, innocent almost. Not saying that Daqiao isn't these things, but because of the way she's portrayed in the games with her voice acting, she seems to be more mature versus her younger sister Xiao Qiao. But because of her appearance in the earlier games, it kind of contradicts it a little bit. It's almost like a dichotomy for Daqiao. She looks like a young, innocent, almost child, but she sounds like a mature, responsible warrior. For me, when I was playing through it, it sounded a little weird while she looked the way she did. Nothing wrong with the appearance and nothing wrong with the voice acting. I think they're both great. I just don't think they meshed well. in the earlier games. Now moving on to Dynasty Warriors 7, because somehow she got skipped in Dynasty Warriors 6. I went to go play Dynasty Warriors 6 and she wasn't there. Qiao is in Dynasty Warriors 6, but I guess the developers thought that Daqiao was not worthy enough to be in Dynasty Warriors 6. And it's so ironic because Daqiao, like I said before, is higher in the polls compared to Qiao. Daqiao is the more popular character, and she was actually taken out of Dynasty Warriors 6, which is so crazy to me. I believe Qiao has a bigger impact in the game than Daqiao does. And when I say like a bigger impact, like Daqiao has more cutscenes, she's involved a little bit more. But then moving on to her voice acting in Dynasty Warriors 7, 8, and 9, I mean, all of it's great. I mean, Dynasty Warriors 7, 8, I believe she has the same one.
Really did. I'm just glad you're okay.
And then in Dynasty Warriors 9, she gets a different one.
I don't care how busy you are with the conquest of Xucheng. You can't push yourself.
But it all revolves around, again, that mature, distinguished, prudent attitude and behavior that Daqiao has. And I think her appearance as she progressed through the game definitely got a little bit better. She still portrayed that younger, innocent look, but her behavior in the games did not reflect that. So it fit her a little bit better than perhaps the earlier games. I would say she acted more like Qiao in the earlier games than she did like she does now. So Qiao, we've already covered, is more childish, carefree, cheerleady, upbeat. But Daqiao, not saying she's not those things, but she's more sensible. She's more grounded, more calm, and again, more mature versus her younger sister, and it's definitely shown throughout her progression of the series. But I can't complain about her appearance, I can't complain about her voice acting. I had to talk about both of them at the same time because, I mean, it was just a little weird. If you played through Dynasty Wars 4 and 5, you're a fan of Daqiao, maybe you know what I'm talking about. It didn't look, for me, it didn't look right. Like, the voice didn't match the way she looked or the way she behaved. Now, moving on to her weapon style, like I mentioned, she would move a little bit higher for me because there was a weapon style that I really enjoyed. Throughout the game, she mainly uses a fan. Whether it's a twin fans or just a single fan, she mainly uses a fan. But in Dynasty Warriors 8, she gets a completely changed her weapon and she gets the Pugil Sticks. The Pugil Sticks were really fun to play as. They had a magical element to them. They weren't super realistic, but I thought they were really cool. The AoE attacks were really cool. The Musou attacks were kind of a letdown because they used the same ones from the fans, so they were a little underwhelming versus what I thought, they could have done with that weapon. However, her moveset within that game with that weapon was a lot of fun to play as, and I enjoyed it thoroughly. So I cannot complain about her weapon style. The fans, again, really aren't a weapon style that I particularly like. Dynasty Warriors 9, it was okay. I believe she has all the same Musou attacks and everything, so nothing too crazy there. The earlier games, her Musou attacks, pretty good with the fans. It was different from Qiao, a lot easier to control. It's a very big AoE attack, so it was very easy to use and get people off of you and, clear the way for you to escape, whatever it is you need to do if you were in danger or anything. Don't have anything against the fans, it's just not my personal favorite. I really like the Pugil Sticks though. They were a lot of fun to play with. Now moving on to her relationship, significant battles, and her death. So she doesn't have any significant battles and her death is unknown. Don't know much information about Daqiao after Sun Ce passes away. Her story kind of ends. Dynasty Warriors 9, her story is like 2 battles and that was it. I'm pretty sure she has the shortest story mode in Dynasty Warriors 9. It was really, really quick. But she doesn't have any significant battles and then the death is not mentioned. So we're just going to go ahead and jump right into her relationships. She only has 2 relationships mainly within the game. That's going to be with Qiao and Sun Ce. I mean, she's going to have a relationship with her sister because they are the 2 Qiaos. I mean, they're very close. They're sisters, going to battle together. They're with each other all the time. And then, of course, with their husbands being best friends, they're pretty much spending all their time together, and they're obviously going to have a very, very close relationship with each other. And then, of course, with Sun Ce, I would say about 80-90% of her cutscenes revolve around Sun Ce, and I really like the relationship with her and Sun Ce. It's different than Zhou Yu and Qiao, and it's not like a negative connotation on the relationship, but Zhou Yu, at least in my eyes, it's almost like a pet and like master behavior. Not like, it's not negative, it's just like Zhou Yu like pats her. He's always patting Qiao's head, like, good job, you did great, here's a treat. What with Sun Ce and Daqiao, it looks like a real relationship. And I mean, in the earlier games, again, it's more of that, because of the behavior, she looked more like innocent, childish. Later on in the game, especially Dynasty Warriors 9, her ending, I mean, it was really cool to see that relationship with Sun Ce. They were talking about their little conversation, how they rely on each other. But of course, she's going to have that relationship with Sun Ce because, the husband and wife, and I just really enjoyed watching their relationship throughout the games. I enjoyed it. I don't have anything against the character. Like I said, she would be a little bit higher for me just for weapon style alone. There's too many other characters that I like way more for her to be moved up too much, but I don't have anything against the character. She's definitely more of a character that I enjoyed versus than I didn't enjoy. There's not really anything I didn't really like about the character. I just thought it was weird with the combination of her voice and the earlier appearance that she had within the series. But that's pretty much all I have for Daqiao here. Not a lot of historical information around her. She doesn't play a big role in the game. She has the one thing she's known for. She's, you know, Sumsei's wife, and that's it. That's all she's known for. She is a pretty popular character. I was very shocked to see her not in Dynasty Warriors 6. Why I favor Qiao over Daqiao was very interesting to see, but Daqiao remains obviously the more popular character. Yeah, but that's all I have for Daqiao here, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, definitely appreciate a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think about Daqiao in the comment section. There's a lot of fans of her out there. You guys like her? Do you use her? It's my assessment about her earlier appearance and voice acting correct. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching, everyone.